Don't overcomplicate your warm-ups. I'm doing legs today. I'm gonna start with a belt squat. So I'm just gonna start my entire leg warm-up just on the belt squat. I did one set with no weight on it just to kind of start getting some squatting motion down. Now I'm just gonna go to a set of 45s on each side and I'll work my way from there. 5 reps with some weight. That way I can start to get blood flow to the muscles, but I'm not throwing in a whole bunch of junk volume, a whole bunch of volume that's gonna cut into my recovery ability without actually doing anything to grow any muscle. I'll throw on another set of plates. I'll do probably one more set and then I should be close to my working weight and then I'll just jump in and go. All my warm-up sets exactly the same way that I'll do my actual working sets. So the same controlled eccentric on the way down, the same pause at the bottom, and the same explosive athletic movement on the way up. So that every rep from the time that I have no weight on the machine until I'm actually doing all my sets, everything looks exactly the same. My body knows exactly what I expect of it to perform. So on my next set, I'll actually be up to my working weight. I'll do 2 reps at my working weight and then I'll take a small break, 2 minutes, and then I'll actually go into my first set. I like that just to get a feel for what the weight's gonna feel like. You know how sometimes you do like your first set, you take your rest, you go and do your second set, and your second set's like way better than your first one was? That's how I always am, so I like to do that. I like to do a feeler set with the weight just to get an idea for exactly what it's gonna feel like, what the motion's gonna be, what everything's gonna be like, and then I'll actually go into my first working set from there. All right, so my recommendation is putting all of this together. Spend about 5 minutes before your weights workout, either walking or some really light, maybe rowing, assault bike, an elliptical runner, just really, really light to get your heart rate up just a little bit and get blood flowing throughout your body, start getting everything warm and loose. Then just go directly into your first exercise. About 50% of what you're gonna use for your first starting set. So that might just be empty weight on a free weight machine. That might be just a barbell. That might be some really light dumbbells, but about 50% for around 10 reps or so. Then jump in maybe about 70% of where you're gonna be at for 5, maybe get up to 80% of what you're gonna use for that first set for another, say 3 reps, just to get a feel for it. And like I said, I like to do my very first set, 1 or 2 reps with the actual weight that my first set's gonna be, just a feeler set to get everything up and going. After I've done that first exercise, when I get to my second exercise, third exercise, fourth exercise, your body's already warm. So after that, maybe 1 set just to get a feel for the movement so that your body's ready for what it's gonna do. Feel what the dumbbells are gonna be like, feel what the barbell is gonna be like, any weight machine that you're moving on to. Again, 70 to 80% of what you're gonna use for that first set, and then just get up and go. Don't spend a whole bunch of time doing a bunch of warm-up sets, which is just volume that isn't gonna be building your muscle, but it is gonna cut into your recovery time. So I hope this helps. Use this when you go into your next weight training session and you should be good to go.